Welcome everybody to VR Essentials. How's it going? Sorry about the microphone there, technical, forgot to press the button. Today we're going to be talking about the Pico 4. Of course, I'm just charging it up, making sure that there's a battery on the actual Pico. We're live here from Singapore. Very exciting, as we are going to be doing two different apps today. We're going to be doing In Death Unchained and also, of course, Red Matter, as basically Red Matter 2 is going to be releasing on the Pico 4 shortly soon. I don't have the exact date, sorry about that, but I do know it's very soon. So we're going to see how the Pico 4 handles the Red Matter number 1. So just going to show you very quickly, because we do have a lineup today. So basically the first thing we're going to be doing is, let me just make sure that everything's working okay. If there's any issues with the sound, please let me know in the comments below, as I don't have a phone to let me know if you can actually hear me properly. So from until 11 o'clock, we're just going to talk about some new stuff as to what's going on in the actual industry. You know, now that I'm doing these things a little bit more on a weekly basis, I think it's time to be a bit more organized. And then we will start the actual stream of so 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Singapore time, by the way. We will do some on In Depth Unchained, and then after that from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Singapore time, we'll do some Red Matter, basically. Okay, so depending on the app that you're most curious about, that you want to know about, then of course come back at the relevant time, so that you know. There you go. So at least you know what's going on and all this kind of good stuff. So what's been going on? First of all, a big welcome to everybody. Let me just double check, see if you guys are talking in the chats. Please do talk in the chats, guys. Don't hesitate. Do say hello. I'm here from Singapore. It's at the moment 10:40 p.m. So don't be shy. Let us know who you are, where you're coming from. Which country you're based in, you know, just say hi, don't be shy. But yeah, quite a lot of news this week. Let's start off first of all. Let me just go back to the main camera, which should be this one here. Yep, there we go. So of course, there's been some big layoffs by Meta. So what does this mean in terms of the industry? Well, it just means that at the moment, the economy is not doing super great. But let's put things in perspective. You know, just so you know that basically the amount of jobs that Meta have laid off isn't that high at Meta. It's only a fraction of the percent of the number of employees who actually work at Meta itself. So although of course for all these people it's tremendously, I mean, it's not great news of course, and you know, hopefully they find a new opportunity soon, but they got a pretty good deal though. Apparently when they were laid off, they got 16 weeks worth of salary. I don't know whether this is for every single employee. The articles do state that it makes it sound like it's for every employee though. So, you know, if it is for every employee, at least 16 weeks of salary plus 6 months of insurance. You know, and the insurance at these kind of companies are, I have to say, they're pretty amazing, pretty astounding. You know, when you get insurance from all these big companies, everything is paid for. Your health bills, all the, I mean, health bills can be pretty huge. So they do still get 6 months worth apparently. And also they do get worth apparently, you know, 16 weeks worth of salary. So, you know, 16 weeks is pretty good. Hopefully it is for everybody. If you are watching and you are from Meta, if you're not getting this kind of deal, then please let us know. It'd be really good to know, because apparently this is what everybody is getting. So it should give them enough time, hopefully, to find a good job. Whether it will be the same salary that they get at Meta itself, that's a different story, because the salaries, excuse me, at Meta versus, let's say, ByteDance are pretty much the same. Google also are pretty much the same, but it will depend on the country that you're living in. If you're in Singapore, your salary is pretty much higher than if you are, for example, you know, going to live in Europe, or perhaps in some places of the States. So it is possible that for some of these employees, depending on where they were stationed, of course, on the next job that they're going to get, unless it's at Meta or Google or a huge conglomerate like ByteDance or Shell or whatever, then it's possible that they will also not enjoy the same perks and also the same kind of salary as well. In other news, we also have the Pico. Actually, Pico have some new updates just to let everybody know. So let me just go to the tweet and let me find it. There we go. Here it is. So Pico have some updates just to let everyone know. So let me just go to YouTube. Just want to make sure that you guys can actually see the stream. Salary as... Yes, you can. Okay, good. So basically there is some news for Pico. There are some updates. Let me try and see if I can actually get the file that I saved from... let me just go here. Save image. There we go. Let me make sure. Sorry, let me just save the image quickly. Let me save this one there. There we go. There we go. Let me go to my OBS. Okay, there we go. Let's go back here. So there are some updates to the actual Pico itself. Let me just bring up the file very quickly so I can read it properly. Now these updates, just so you know, if I just go back to the... these updates are going to be rolling out slowly, completed by November 18th, just so you know. So they are rolling them out slowly but surely to everybody. So some of the updates, if I just go back to the actual file. There we go. And let me try to make it bigger so I can zoom in and can all read together, just in case you are watching on your phone and not watching on a computer. So the first thing, they added a lock screen function to protect user privacy. They added beginner's guide application. This app helps you to understand the basic operations of Pico OS to improve the new user experience. So I guess this is going to be good for beginners, of course. How will it be how will it look like? Will it be a video? Will it be pictures? Will it be lengthy text? Who knows? So let's see if this is useful. On the third thing is the overall performance of the play area has been upgraded, and the screen effect and algorithm has been optimized apparently. So hopefully you will get better optimized gameplay, better frame rates, or smoother frame rates maybe, or something like that. So let's just see whether it's any better. I will give you some reviews as I do a lot more testing of the Pico. So do hit the notification bell after you subscribe as well, of course. And then improve battery life and optimize the power management strategy when using while charging. Okay. So I guess this means that, for example, at the moment the Pico 4 is actually connected to my computer and it is charging. Now I would like you guys to know that I have been using this cable, the cable creations extension, to my USB, and I was doing a round of mini golf on Walkabout Mini Golf with Ready Player Rick. Do go and check out his channel. And even though it told my Pico that it was actually charging inside. Now normally, just to give you an idea, I use the anchor cable when I'm plugged into the PC, and it will last for 4 hours. Like literally, my Pico will last for 4 hours, although the battery will still keep draining. However, with the cable creations extension, which on the Quest 1 used to do great. I mean, my Quest 1 this was 2 years ago, guys, or I haven't used the Quest 2. Used to do great. However, with the Pico, my Pico only lasted 2 hours when charging to the PC using the cable creations extension, versus the anchor cable with no extensions whatsoever that would last 4 to 5 hours. So I do not recommend you get the cable creations extension cable for your Pico 4, as it doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. It only lasted a couple of hours and then boom, it was dead. I had to switch to the HP Reverb G2, just FYI. Okay, so what else have they done? Optimize the color performance of color see-through. Okay, so we'll have to test that out, because at the moment, basically there are some issues basically with the pass-through. I mean, the colors look fine, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure why they had to fix the actual color pass-through in terms of the colors, but there's more bugs. Like it's everything is amplified inside, so it feels quite uncomfortable. Like for example, just typing on a keyboard and you can see via the see-through, the quick view, it's just not there. And like, if you want to try and pick something up, just pick something up. Again, it's not there as well. So these are the kind of things I hope they kind of fix. In terms of the colors, honestly, I think the colors were fine. It wasn't really the issue. But let's see exactly what they have done, and I will bring you all these various different things in future reviews as well. Optimize the algorithm for hand tracking, okay? Optimize the network performance, all right? So the hand tracking algorithm, by the way, was very simple. You know, it is very basic, like it was like Quest 1 kind of stuff, like at the early stages when it first came out on the Oculus or the Meta Quest 1. So let's see how it does. Again, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. I will test out and see if there are any apps compatible as well with hand tracking, and go within the headset itself and bring you that good stuff as we go along. Okay, fix the problem of screen drift when using reclining mode. Personally, I don't use reclining mode, but do leave a comment below if you do. Fix the issue that the speaker would have a sizzling sound when the battery is low. Okay, personally, I didn't have that, but I did have sizzling issues whenever it was too loud. So let's see how that goes as well. Number 10, increase the range of the audio volume to allow for a better listening performance. Now, I'm not quite sure how they've implemented this, because apparently there are some laws in the European Union, for example, where if it reaches a certain decibel, they have to alert the user that it could perhaps be, you know, not be safe for the user. So I wonder if there's going to be something similar there, or whether they've cranked it up to the point where it's at the limit, but just under where you would have to actually notify the user that it is unsafe for the ears. So that will be actually very interesting to see. And again, hit the notification bell after you subscribe, as I will bring you that good stuff as well. And then finally, improve system performance and stability. So basically, improve the overall of the actual headset. So that basically is it in terms of the Pico updates, and these will be rolling out, as I mentioned, until November 18th across the board. So you may not have the update yet. I don't think I received it yet. We'll check it out. I'm going to switch on to Pico 4 very, very soon. We're going to start streaming the actual game, starting with In Death Unchained first in about 10 minutes. And then an hour later, I will be doing some Red Matter. All right, so moving on swiftly to the next thing. Let me just close this, and then let's talk a little bit about Amongst Us VR. Now, Amongst Us VR, of course, is coming out to the Quest, not coming out to the Pico. However, I will be doing a video about Among Us on the channel. So let's just watch the video together. Let me just make sure that, yes, okay, and then let's just watch this together. This is the trailer to Among Us, guys. All right, so there you go, guys. So are you excited?
Earn a 258 Singapore dollar welcome board.
Stop this. There we go. So are you guys excited about Among Us VR? Is it a game that you play on your mobile phone or iPad or computer of some kind? I'm not quite sure if it's going to be cross-compatible with different devices. So, for example, having one person in VR, another person on the mobile phone, or all these kind of things, or whether it's going to be specifically, you know, VR dependent, and only people in VR can play together. I need to do a little bit more research about this, to be honest with you, but I will be bringing you a video very soon about Among Us VR using the Pico, of course, because there are ways to be able to play it on the Pico, although, of course, it's not going to be available on the Pico store itself. So, yeah, leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think about this. Is this an app that you would want to have on the Pico Store, or to be honest with you, meh, not really good. Maybe it's a good game to play, maybe once or twice, but you know, not something that you would play, you know, forever. Or do you think this is a good game to get people inside of VR to learn about how to get used to virtual reality before moving on to games that are a little bit more, you know, a little bit tougher, like After the Fall, for example, or Red Matter, or In Death Unchained? Let me know in the comments below so we can have that conversations. And let me just check very quickly also, see if you guys have been typing in the comments. Oh yes, we do have some comments. Awesome. Hey Meister Liu, welcome to the stream. Hello from Singapore too. Awesome. Nice to have a fellow Singaporean. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for typing there. OG Squalo says, do you think it's possible to buy Pico 4 for games from the Pico Store? Do you think it's possible to buy Pico 4 for games from the Pico Store? Welcome to you, OG Squalo. I don't really understand your question. All I can say is, yes, you can buy games from the Pico Store for the Pico 4. Is that what you mean? And you can also, of course, buy games from the Oculus Store as well as a Steam Store. And you can also run those games using virtual desktop inside of your Pico 2. However, you will need a minimum PC in order to run those games, so that you can basically you know, be able to run those games. Because if not, if you don't have a PC that can run PC VR, then it's going to be very hard to basically, you know, run any Oculus games via virtual desktop, and also run your Steam games. Although for Steam games you don't need virtual desktop, you can also use the virtual streaming assistant that comes with the Pico, which is absolutely free. However, the graphics aren't as good, and do hit the notification bell after you subscribe, as I will bring you those content comparison videos, you know, comparing the virtual desktop with the actual native Pico virtual assistant stream as well. Okay, so let me read another comment. Rudy Zavedno, hey, welcome to the stream. Have you tried playing Elite Dangerous with Pico 4? No, I have not. I have not tried playing that game yet. I haven't downloaded it. Very sorry, but it seems that quite a number of you are asking me to play it, so maybe it's something that I will definitely have to bring to the channel, and perhaps into a stream as well. So I'll definitely look into this. Okay, we're almost going to be starting In Death Unchained, so let's just finish off with some of the news. Let's go now to the big news about Pimax, and do go and check out MRTV. He actually released a summary video. Pimax are releasing a new device. Basically, let me just make sure that I have changed. Yes, I have. Okay. So Pimax have released, or are going to be releasing, or looking to release. They've already created the actual product itself, and they're going to be doing a Kickstarter where you can basically back a potential product where it's a hub console, you know, a bit like the Nintendo Switch, basically, which enables you to play on it on the go, and then put this device inside of your VR headset using a VR viewer, is what they call it. And then it's got cameras inside of it. It's got, you know, everything you need it to be to render a 6 degrees of freedom experience. And 6 degrees of freedom basically means that you can bend, you can run, you can walk in VR, you can do everything that you can do in real life, but inside of virtual reality. Now this thing is pretty amazing because it's 4K resolution, it's QLED plus mini LEDs, it can run basically anything on it, it can also stream to the PC, it's 144 Hertz, it's just 100 field of view or something, 100 degrees field of view. I mean, there's so many specs about this thing, and then also you can host your Hulu, your Netflix, your Disney Plus, your Apple Plus, your whatever it might be, to then stream all these kind of different media apps onto your actual TV as well. So it also acts as a media hub. You know, so it's basically a gaming media hub is what I would call it. And then, you know, the controllers go into VR controllers, and they go into bigger controllers for a bigger screen, you know, bigger screen gameplay. I mean, it's like the Transformers of gaming. What can I tell you? It's a Transformers gaming media hub. That's basically what it is. That can also do VR. Now, Pimax, have been around for quite a while. They've been doing VR headsets, and they've been trying to find their footing in the industry as to what they can really do in terms of being competitive with other people, because, of course, it costs so much money in terms of investment to do VR. And VR, well, it's a very niche market, so it's very competitive, to compete against ByteDance, Apple, Samsung, who are going to come out with their own things in the future for sure, HTC, Meta, of course, and then we're going to have so many other people coming through with so much more money than Pimax. I think it's a very smart move from Pimax to try and do something a little bit different, which seems to be what Valve is kind of doing with their own kind of devices, where they provide the gaming experience on the go, and then eventually it will also be compatible with their future, apparently, Decard, which is the code name for their standalone VR headset that they're looking to release within the next 2 years or so, hopefully within that time and not after. But yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. What do you guys think about this? Is this something that you would purchase? Would you back Pimax also, on Kickstarter? Are you excited by this? Are you excited by this vision of having, a transformer media hub that can also allow you to do VR? I mean, I think it's very exciting. Can they put it off? I'll tell you what, if they can, it will be absolutely amazing, guys. And then finally, just some final news in terms of new games inside of the Pico store. So let me just go back to the screen. There is a new game inside of the Pico store. Let me go to my Twitter, and do follow me at Twitter, which is VR Essentials #1. So we have a new game by Baobab Studios called Galactic Catch, guys. And Galactic Catch apparently has a free demo inside of the actual Pico that is available now. I haven't personally seen it yet. So do check it out. Just leave us a comment below in the future. I'll do a video about it as well. Just see what it's like. It'd be really good to have your point of view as to, is it good? Does the demo want you to purchase it? I don't really have a lot of details about this game. I literally just saw the news before starting the stream, but it is very exciting, of course, that this game is now available for free. The demo is free, not the game. Apparently, according to, let me just read some of the comments that came in about this specific tweet. Someone replied and said, Eminus said, played a bit of this today. I like it and can believe, and I can't believe how much game they actually made available, inside of the actual demo. So that's actually pretty exciting that there's a lot there to be able to try in the demo. So do go and try it out and let us know what you think about this. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now basically is I'm going to start the actual Pico. So let me boot it up. Of course, I'm going to remove the actual cable whilst we play. So we've got a full charge today, guys. So it should last for 2 hours. All right, it's booting up. And then after it boots up, what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to do a screencast and cast it to the computer so that you can see what I see. Let me just go back very quickly to the comments to see if you guys are talking inside the chat. Don't be shy, guys. Please say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're from. I'm based in Singapore and it's 11 o'clock. So we are going to be starting In Death Unchained now for the next 1 hour. So let me just go back to, let me just get rid of this. And then let me just get rid of anything else. Then I'll get rid of this camera as well because it keeps stopping. Let me go back here. There we go. Let me put this back on. All right, let me do my play space. Okay, let me just, I'm going to be playing standing up, by the way. Okay, there we go. Default. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing my play space now. Let me just remove the cable. There we go. Adjust virtual floor. All right, next. Enter VR world. Okay, good. Now I'm going to start to cast. So give me a minute. Go to cast, screencast. There we go. Cast a browser. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to go back onto the computer and find the actual casting screen. So give me a minute. Let me show you what happens when I do it. So all you have to do is go to the casting screen. So I have to find it. There we go. I think it's this one. There we go. All right, start screencast, and then I need to put on the volume or you won't hear. There we go. And you can also, of course, put the permissions so that you know, you can ask the Pico to say, hey, you know, is it okay to give me permission to screencast? So it's not automatic, but for now, of course, I just did it and it was completely automatic. Let me just switch on the camera. There we go. And let me just bring my camera in. Let me just get rid of this. Let me bring that. Okay, where are you? Here it is. Remote shooting, there we go. Live shooting, all right. Brings the camera up. There we go, get rid of this, get rid of that. Do that. And let me go back here. And there we go, we've got, oh, okay, I'm going to be using this camera here. Okay, no problem. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so actually I don't need the other camera, so I can just power it off in that case. There we go, no need for it. All right, guys, so we're going to be starting In Death Unchained now. And of course, I'm going to get rid of, let me just get rid of everything so that we don't get any issues and all that kind of stuff. There we go, we leave that on. And then in 1 hour's time, we're going to be doing red matter, guys. So let me just put on my alarm clock on. Oh, maybe the other camera, not this one. There we go. Okay. Let me put my alarm clock on. So hear it. Okay, it will be 12 midnight. Okay, timer. There we go, timer. Sorry guys, just give me a moment. Just putting my timer on. All right, there we go, 59 minutes, all good. So let's start this up. Let me go back to the to here. There we go. Now, for the actual audio of the Pico, guys, you will need a, you can use Bluetooth, but there will definitely be some latency depending on the apps that you use. So I do recommend that you use, if not this thing, let me just show you very quickly. Use this, which is a USB-C to 3.5mm jack adapter, and then you just plug in your thing like so. That's it, simple, done. I will need your help to let me know that the audio is working okay and all this kind of stuff inside of the headset. All right, so let me just take everything off. All right, and then for the purpose of this video, I have to use my Antleon microphone because I can't patch the actual microphone of the game inside whilst I'm doing a screencast to the web, just FYI. Okay, I'm just going to go into quick view mode, pass-through mode. There we go. And guys, I also received a Cybershoes dongle, just so you know. So this is Cybershoes here, and they sent me the actual dongle. This is my HP Reverb G2, which is here. So I'm going to be testing it out with the actual Cybershoes. So do hit the notification bell after you hit subscribe, so you don't miss that video either. All right, let me just please leave a comment below. Let me know if everything's working. Let's just test the sound very quickly. There we go. Let me go into store. All right, let's search for in. Okay. So the first one we're going to be doing is this one here. Let's test the sound, see if it works. Alright, so guys, please type in the comments and let me know if the sound is on. What I can do is I can actually go to my library and then I can go to the Pico browser. There we go. And then I can actually look for, let me just get rid of that. I can actually go to YouTube. Okay, there we go. And then I can look for VR Essentials. VR Essentials. There we go. And then I will see, okay, here's the live video. So now I can actually see your comments. Let me just see if it was actually working just now, the sound. Okay, there we go. And then I can look for, just trying to make sure that we can hear VR Essentials. Hey, Creative Experiments Essentials. Welcome to the channel. Your Pico 4 is arriving November 15th. Woo! Very, very exciting. And welcome to the channel, of course. And thank you for joining the stream today. In the USA, we need to get Virtual Assistant APK outside Play Store. Yeah, I heard about that, and I heard it works okay. So do come back to the channel next week or the week after, you know, to let us know how everything works for you. It'd be really, really good to get that feedback for people who are outside of the EU, of course. And then. All right, I just want to check to my library if you can hear the actual. And then I can go to the Pico. Okay, to my library. Just want to make sure you can hear the sound. Yes, you can hear the sound. Okay, all good. All good, all good, all good. Awesome. All right, guys, so let's start to play in that case. Let's do this. In Death Unchained. By the way, I've never played this game. It will be my first time trying this out today. So everything that I'm doing with you today is live, and whatever's happening is going to be happening with you. What can I tell you? For some reason, it's not inside of here. I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's start it up. Let's boot it up. So at the moment, I have a black screen, everybody. This is absolutely normal. Oh, on the computer, you can't see the casting. Okay, I started the casting again. So the casting just stopped automatically. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So let me, okay, so there's some release notes. Let me just close this. There we go. I can see some hands in front of me. Ooh. All right, so this is my very first time playing this game, guys. I've never played this game before, just so you know. And every few minutes, I will go into pass-through mode just to double check that the screencast hasn't stopped, because it seemed that it just stopped just now for some strange reason. Moving, place your hand on the string and hold the highlighted button. Okay. Okay. So I know that Cass and Cherry was saying that they had some difficulties with the Pico playing bow and arrow games. So let's see how this does. It seems that, oh yeah, when I put the Pico, I don't know whether you can see, let me just turn around on the camera. Let me go into pass-through mode, make sure you can see me. Okay, so let me just change the light to put it more towards me. There you go. So when I put the, let me go back into the game. There we go, we're back in the game. Let me just check that we're still in screen. Yes, still casting, okay. So, when I, let me just bring everything back. Okay, there we go. So when I bring to here, so to here, you can see on the mini camera, on the little camera, you can see that after I go a certain point, then the actual controller is just floating. And when I come back, if I go fast, then it's still there. So it snatches back. But if I come back straight away, though, it's smooth. There's no issues whatsoever. So if you really hold at the back and you don't come back fast, you'll see it just sticks. Okay? So you have to come back quite fast. So you basically have to do this, right? Like do something like that. Okay. Seems that we can move as well. I'm not quite sure how I did that. Moving. Place your hands on the string. Okay, and then? Oh, so you have to hit where you want to move. Okay, interesting. Place your hand on the string and hold the right highlighter. Okay, we did that. Okay, we're inside. All right. The graphics are okay. I wouldn't say... let me just go to my IPD first of all. Library. Go here. There we go. Just going to adjust my IPD. IPD enables you to basically see things more clearly, so the lenses will align to your actual pupils. Let me just see whether that's far too high for me. Yeah, this is really... The best IPD for me is definitely 64.5, so no changes there. The graphics are okay. I would say that if I wasn't a PC VR user, player, I hate the word user. If I wasn't a PC player gamer, a PC VR gamer or owner, then I think I would be fine with it. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I have the bloom over there, the depth of field. Now, by the way, this video is not sponsored. I wasn't given the actual, they did give us a key, but I actually had the game before they provided me a key, so it's not sponsored. So I'm really giving you my, my own feedback. And Red Matter also is not sponsored, just so you know. So nothing is sponsored here in terms of the games. So I like the depth of field from the further at the back all the way to here, because I can see there's like some kind of 3D stuff going on between the bloom at the back with the fog, and then obviously everything being clear here. However, I can definitely see where the Pico 4 is kind of underperforming a bit. Is that basically the textures. Now, there isn't a PC VR version of this game, by the way, although it is based off the game In Death, which is a different studio who made it, not the same studio. So this studio I think is called Super Bright, if I'm not wrong, and the other one is Starlos or Stars or something. Sorry, very sorry, I can't remember exactly the name. But yeah, two different studios. So no PC VR version. Now the floor is blurry to me because the textures aren't sharp. Basically, there are either two options. Either the uploaded textures, which are low res quality to optimize the game, or they used high resolution textures, but the Pico is compressing them and making it look blurry. It's one or the other, but honestly speaking, I think it's more of a I could be wrong. I need to ask the developers, but if In Death Unchained are watching, please let us know in the comments, today's video or future, whether the textures that you use are supposed to be blurry, or they're low resolution textures that you uploaded, or whether it's the Pico that's not rendering, not giving justice to your game because perhaps you uploaded higher resolution textures for the floor. So that's for the flooring. In terms of the actual wall, the wall is much clearer than the floor, I have to admit. The arches are much more in focus, more clear, more sharp. There are no jagged edges whatsoever in the game, so that is very, very good. The flames are quite good. The fog over there is quite good as well. But really what disturbs me in the game at the moment, I would say in terms of graphics, will definitely be the flooring is, I think the flooring could definitely be, improved. Also, when I look at the actual pop-up here, for example, the text is not clear. It's a little bit hard to read the text because it's not, it's a little bit blurry. So let me just adjust my IPD, because sometimes the IPD will be very clear here and then not clear over there. So let me see if I can adjust this. Now you can go to below 62, guys. You just need to press on this icon. Okay, there you go. No, the IPD doesn't make it more or less clear, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to bring it back to 64.5. There we go. Let me just double check the screencast still working. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, and let me just check very quickly that you are... Sorry, let me just go here very quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Pico browser. Oh, okay. No, I want to stay here. Just want to make sure that you guys can actually see the game itself. Yes, you can see the game. Okay, cool. All right, so we still have audio on everything. All right. So Asmodeus and his allies amongst the fallen have taken the offensive in their war against the Creator. The gates of heaven have been breached and the afterlife invaded by forces of darkness. Ooh. All right, so let's carry on playing. I guess I'm supposed to go over there. Okay, I made it. It's a very odd way of moving, I have to say. I would much prefer if there was the option of teleporting. Maybe that comes later, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, the textures, there's definitely some texture quality issues in this game, for sure, just so you know. The side over there is completely sharp, but anything to do with the floor is just really... I really think they need to improve on this. So, In Death Unchained, Starlight, Super Bright Studios, if you're watching this stream, I definitely think you need to improve the... talk to Pico or do it in-house, I'm not quite sure how, but definitely improve the floor. Okay, there we go, we're here. And also, if they could improve the text to... So they don't have to have the font so big, but it could be smaller and sharper. Because it just for a lot of people it's going to give you a headache and it's going to give you motion sickness just to read these texts like this. It's not going to be very good. So I definitely highly suggest that all the text on all the panels and also the floor be looked at. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. Some people are going to have issues in this game for sure. Special gift: you alone have been given a gift. Resurrection eternal. You can be killed, but you cannot die. Death only makes you stronger. The other thing is, there's no atmospheric sound that I can hear in the game. I know there's something going on. But I can't really hear anything. So everything to me feels a little bit just very silent, which kills a little bit the mood or the excitement of going on an adventure, to be honest with you. Okay, there we go. All right, where are we going next? Turning. Use thumbstick to rotate. Okay, so maybe this is just a tutorial, of course. I love the sound effects of the gate. The sound effects are very well done, and also the music that they do is very well done when you can hear it. I really do like the glowing effects on the... I have to say that on the arrow. I love the little particles there and the golden arrow. I think that's very cool. And the actual physics of the arrow are also pretty well done. And the sound effects of the arrow of the bow are also pretty well done as well. Okay, where are we? I do wish that we could have the option to teleport walk and not arrow walk. All right, so what's happening? Shooting. Okay, so when the actual pop-up is nearer towards me, it's much clearer to look at. Place your hand on the string and use highlighted trigger to shoot. Okay. Okay, so you can use your trigger to shoot instead of letting go of the actual buttons. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to go there. Gate's not opening. Oh, I have to go there. Oh, we have to shoot on him. Okay, let me just go back. There we go. But, oh, okay, so one is for walking and the other one is for shooting. All right, I got it. No, I still walk as well. So that's odd. Okay, let me... Oh, right, so I got it. So if I use the trigger and not the two buttons... Okay, I got it, I got it. So if you press two buttons at the same time, you get to walk, and if you just press the trigger, then you stay in the same place, but you get to shoot, basically. All right, there we go. So the pop-up over there, I can't even read. I can't even read it. I mean, I can barely read the text, to be honest with you. This one here that's right in front of me, no problem. Looting, use highlighted buttons to pick up the arrow and place it in one available slot. Okay. So... Okay. So what do I do? How do you grab it? So what do I do? Do I pick on this? No. So how do I pick it up? Oh, something happened. Okay, so basically with my trigger. Okay, and then we put it there. Okay. So how do you choose it? Hold the highlighted button to draw a different arrow. Oh, okay, got it. So at the moment we have this one. Oh, we could have that one. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, so where do we have to go next? Oops. So you do see there are some issues with the tracking. Although to be honest with you, I have so many lights positioned in front of me that, you know, that also does play. Sometimes it can have issues with the tracking. But I think there are genuinely, issues with the tracking when you bring the bow at the back, further back, like Cass and Cherry were saying. And then sometimes your controllers will basically, you know, go to no man's land. There you go. Afterlife. Defend the gates of heaven from further incursion or hunt the afterlife, killing corrupted and freeing lost souls. Okay. I'm still not feeling really... I mean, I'm just not feeling very pumped, to be honest with you. I can't hear any music to make me feel excited. It's very quiet. So I'm someone who needs more excitement. I need to feel like, I don't know, like I can hear Assassin's Creed music and I mean, just give me something to feel excited about. I think that's really what's missing here in this tutorial. It feels very it just feels a little bit stale, you know, very mechanical. Not environmental, not what's the word I'm looking forward to? Exciting. So yes, if they could add some music, that would be really cool, just to make it a bit more exciting, and work on the texture quality. That'd be great as well. Balance, only you can restore balance to the afterlife. Okay, awesome. There we go, we're here. Blocking, hold the highlighted button to bring up your shield. Okay, cool. There you go. So who's going to shoot at me? Nice. I like the graphics with the animation. You can definitely see the arrow coming towards you. Okay, and then there's only one shield on one side, so not the left or the right. Although maybe there is a way to, you know, maybe there's a way to change the in the settings. Maybe somewhere you can change maybe the you know, left-handed and right-handed maybe. Ooh, almost. All right, so he's dead. Dodging, hold and release the highlighted button to throw a teleport shard and avoid enemy attack. Okay, so it'll be this one. Okay. Got it. So we have to go up there then, I guess. Okay, there we go. No. So can I... do I have to throw it like that? How's this work? I'm a bit confused. Do I throw it? How's it work? Teleport? It says teleport. Oh, okay, right. So it's just to basically dodge. You can't actually go... You can't fly from one place to another. It has to be within your surrounding. Okay, got it. Oh, almost. Okay, so it seems like I can't... Okay, there we go. Okay, he's dead. There we go, he's done. Health. Keep an eye health on ammo bars on your weapon. Okay, so there's something up there though. Oops. There you go. So what's here? Why is it yellow? Where's my energy bar? Oh, my energy bar's here. Okay, got it. So this is where you have your health stuff. Okay, got it. Makes sense. But the moving, to be honest with you, to keep doing with the arrow to move around is a bit... It's a bit heavy, guys. It's a bit heavy, I have to say. Right. Maybe there's an option to switch it off somewhere. I'm not quite sure. Oh, what happened? I'm in the sky. Okay, let me check the casting. Yes, casting is still working. All good. Microphone still working. All good. All right. Let me just let me go back into see-through mode for a quick second. Okay. So now I'm attempting to use my mouse and change to a browser. I can't really see the mouse. It's a little bit hard to do this. I'm trying to see if I can read your God, it's so hard to read. It's virtually impossible to read, basically. So let me just up my headset. There we go. Okay. Hey, Lumpy. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for your message. Lucas Mazanek, also welcome to VR Essentials. Hey, Ready Player Rick. Nice to see you again as well. Welcome to the channel. Okay, let me just read very quickly. Lumpy says, hello, sound is okay, but maybe a little bit loud on game. Okay, but there's no music. Can you guys hear any music? Because honestly, I cannot hear any music whatsoever in the game. It is super, super quiet for me. Any brightness or resolution adjustment? It doesn't seem like there is. Creative experiments, there was no option to change anything. So, and I did try to press the buttons. Lucas says, moving is why I don't like this game. Okay, so that may be something that they have to work on, and we'll definitely give the devs our feedback from today as well. I did notice the Pimax Portal VR joysticks don't have the analog stick in the same spot. Yes, I noticed that as well. But I believe the Steam Deck also has something similar. I have to double check. I can't remember. Ready Player Rick says, developers sent me a key for this. Not had a chance to try it yet. Well, do try it. And then, you know, come back, let us know what you think. I'm giving you my first time impression as I've never tried it before today. Okay, all right, let's go back into the actual stream. So let me go back to this window here. There we go. And then there we go. All right. So at the moment, it's kind of a tutorial still, I guess. I guess I could throw this to move around. We have to go the other way, I think. Isn't it this way? Yeah. So I guess you could do this instead of the arrow if you wanted to. But this is definitely going to give people some motion sickness to move like this all the time. Ooh, what's going on now? The path to the abyss. True victory can only be achieved on the enemy's home ground. Pass through purgatory, desolation, and paradise lost to take the fight to Asmodeus' temple in the abyss. A portal stands at the end of each layer of the afterlife, guarded by one of the fallen. Kill them quickly before they can summon more corrupted to their defense. All right, this is exciting, guys. So do I go here? Yes. Ah, now we have music. Ah, woohoo! We have music finally. Sanctuary. All right, this text is perfectly nice. All right, so now we're actually in the game itself. I'm very excited to be here. So we just finished basically the tutorial thing, right? So first impressions again, as I've never tried this game before today, and it's not sponsored. First of all, I love the atmosphere. I love like the kind of medieval greys and fire and broken things, and I love this kind of environment. Very cool, very unique. You know, you don't really get to experience something like this in other VR games. However, and also the graphics at the top are good, clear. I like the fog again. I can see the atmospherics and all this stuff. But where the game is failing, or where the Pico is not really helping the game, whichever way you want to look at it, the textures on the floor are sharper than the ones that were at the back. So I have to say it's already an improvement. However, a lot of the textures on the actual, for example, the statue here are also quite low quality, low resolution. There's no what we call bump maps, which means that you don't really feel the 3D effect of the flooring. It feels very flat. So this means that the depth of field also feels kind of 2D. It doesn't really feel 3D, if it makes sense. So I definitely feel that if the developers are able to push the envelope a little bit, just add a bit more bump here, you know, add more super sampling to the textures, or I think the textures are probably in 512. If they could do them in 1024, you know, maybe that will help. And also, yeah, I mean, when I look far away, like on the window, it's very hard to see clearly over there. It just looks very, to me, it just feels very blurry. So it doesn't really make me feel super comfortable when I'm in VR. And also the text here on all these things, same as before, you know, they're quite blurry as well. So this is something that I think the developers would definitely need to work on. But other than that, you know, I love all the fog and, you know, the atmospherics and all this kind of stuff is pretty cool. All right, let's continue. Legend points. Legend points rewards you with awesome skins. To get legend points, participate in tournament and seasons. Now we have some settings. So how can I access this? Okay, I see a little pointer, a little blue pointer there. Okay, so let me go to settings. All right, there we go. Preferences. Right hand or left hand. Okay, so you can basically change it from here. And I wasn't able to change it earlier. So if you're doing the tutorial and you're left-handed, I'm not sure what's going to happen to you, to be honest, because I didn't see anything. Haptic feedback. Okay, we get some haptics. Cool. Standing or sitting. Okay. Show tips. Okay. Language. All right. So you can choose different languages if you need to. Chinese, Korean, Japanese. Movement. Free. On. Okay, can I move? Oh, okay, now we can change the movement, guys. So you don't need to use your bow and arrow anymore. You can just basically move freely with your joystick. Okay, that's good. Use head direction. Yes. So basically it means that whenever I look, I will move to. So if I change my head direction to here, then normally I should be moving over there. So I can turn with my head. And I'm not turning with my joystick. So I'm just turning with my head and moving where my head goes. And you can also choose to do this with your bow direction. So you could do this and then change. So for example, like this, and then you change with your bow. I personally prefer with my head. It feels more natural. Okay. Does anyone have the Deca gear, by the way? You know, Deca gear, we don't know what happened to them. They disappeared, but they came out with this little device that you could put on your hip, and you would move with your hip, and it felt much more natural. Just wondering if you guys are still using it, or whether it's broken, it doesn't work anymore, and you just gave up on them. Okay. Locomotion, rotation, standard, yes. Skins. Okay, so you can change the skins of your bow if you unlock stuff, and your arrow, your gloves. So basically, there's some customization that you will be able to do when you are playing the game. So where am I supposed to go? Not the tutorial. I guess I'm supposed to go over there. Okay, so here you have your achievement. So basically, this is your little home menu, right? Your home environment, I guess. And then you have your worlds over there. Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, the graphics are really definitely not great. I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm coming from a PCVR person point of view, not from a standalone. From a standalone point of view, it's fine. But definitely some work can be done here. I've seen other games with better graphics, to be honest with you. For example, O-Shape, although O-Shape is a very simple game. But After the Fall's graphics are absolutely amazing compared to this. So if After the Fall can do it, I'm sure that the developers at Superbright can definitely push the envelopes a little bit more as well. Okay, so here we have some rankings. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, you can't run, just so you know. You can only walk. Oh, there seems to be another bow over there. Can I grab it? No. Okay. Okay, so let's go here. And then let's go into this one. Purgatory. Because that's where they told us to go to. Alright. So there's still no audio for me, guys, just so you know. I can only hear the bow, and that's it. Resting. Okay, so need a break. It's safe to quit here and continue from this point when you're ready. Rest in Sanctuary, save and quit. Let's just, I don't know. I just want to continue, really. I don't want to rest. What if I press rest? What happens? Okay, screen's gone black. Sanctuary, okay. Oh, I'm back where... Oh, so this is... Okay, so this is Sanctuary. This is Exit. Okay, so we have new things now that I didn't see earlier. So now we have main mode, progress. It tells you your progress of the game. Wow, it's pretty deep, right? Siege of Heaven, okay. Exit over there, okay. Although to exit the game, I could just press this button and then home, exit, and back home. But maybe it won't save. I don't know. Okay, so let's just carry on. Let's go back to Purgatory. Okay, there we go. So we have to hit in there. Very responsive. I have to say that at least the game is working, which is good. There doesn't seem to be any bugs or anything like that going on, which is a bonus. I mean, you'd expect it when you're paying for a game, of course. But the Pico 4 is a new game, guys. It's a new, not a new game. It's a new VR headset, so do expect some bugs here and there, of course, at the beginning. Can I just go down there? Yes. So, how do I do this? Okay, not sure. Okay, so Purgatory is guarded by the very monks and holy knights that once kept divine law. Now corrupted, the barrier to the abyss is thin here. Ancient specters breaking free of their pits and torment cross 3 islands to find the last of the Anakim, standing guard over a portal to what once was heaven. Alright guys, let's do this. I do like the lighting effect here, as you can tell. Kind of like it goes golden color on the floor and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. That's a nice little effect there. Okay, so we can walk around freely as well. Not quite sure where to go. I think I'll take the stairs. But yeah, it would be great to have a teleport locomotion. Ooh. Oh no! Oh no, you see that I lost the tracking just there. Who's shooting me? God, it's hard to get him. There we go, he's dead. Alright, we got him. At least we can aim right, so that's good. I definitely felt it when I was being shot at, for sure. And I do like the sound effects. It's just that there's absolutely no environmental music. It's very, very odd. Yeah, everything feels very silent. There's just absolutely no noise. Like, it'd be great to... If they don't want to put music in the game, which, that's a developer's choice, we can't criticize them for that. But at least, I don't know, at least put some wind or something, or some leaves, or noises of birds around or something. I mean, just put something, because it just feels so silent, so quiet. Like, put the noise of the flames or something, or... I mean, normally when fire burns, you should hear the fire burning, right? Can I get them from here? I think I'm too far. Yeah, I'm too far. Oop. It seems that we have unlimited bows and arrows though, so that's pretty good. Okay. Oh. Can I pick up anything that they give me? No. Ooh, these knights are pretty cool. No! Okay, I don't have a lot of health. So I'm not quite sure how you get more health in the game. Maybe at some stage we get more health. I can hear my heart beating now, so that's quite good because it really gives me, you know, a sense of like anxiety, you know, a little bit, like a sense of thrill, and that's nice because it's like the first time I can actually hear something in the game. Let me just make sure the yes, still casting, so all good. And also my controllers are vibrating as I can hear the heartbeat. So that really gives me a sense of okay. Another one. Okay, he's dead. I wish he would give me some energy or something when I kill them. It's very surreal that I can't hear anything other than my heart beating and the controllers vibrating. It's like, whoa, it's so weird, man. It's quite scary, actually. Maybe that's why there's no sound to the game. I have to say that the aiming is pretty good. Very easy to aim, very easy to shoot. But as you can see, my controllers sometimes basically lose tracking. Okay, let me go closer to him. It definitely feels quite physical when you're holding your arm up for quite some time. You'll definitely feel it in your arms, for sure. So you definitely get a little bit of fitness there. Obviously, it's not a fitness game, guys. Yeah, obviously. But I definitely think that you could play this game sitting down if you had to. For whatever reason, perhaps you have an injury or something, or you're bound to a wheelchair or something. Then I definitely think you could play this game sitting down as well. Okay, I can definitely hit arrows quite fast as well. So that's good. That's a bonus. No, go away. Don't kill me. They do look pretty scary, although the textures are not fantastic, but I can start to hear some music in the background. It's very faint though. Oh, so I get coins when I hit them. Okay. Blood of the Lamb. Heal +1. So how do I get this? Oh, like so. Okay. Yeah, you see the tracking. I have some issues here with the tracking. Come on, come on, come on. Got you. Ah, die, die, die. God, he's not dead yet. Then everything's gone quiet again. And then my heart has stopped beating because now I have enough energy. Come on, die, dude. Ah! I do feel kind of cold in here. I have to say that it's a good good environment. I have to say, you know, good points on designing an environment that feels very medieval, very cold. But I do think that the graphics, unfortunately, just don't make it for me. If I was new to VR, I may have motion sickness in this game, to be honest. The textures, the quality of the textures just need to be boosted. They really do need to find a way to optimize them, for sure. So guys, if you are prone to motion sickness, just FYI, there are certain things you can do. First of all, I recommend you drink some, get some ginger, some fresh ginger from somewhere, or ginger powder, whatever you want to. Wait, let me put in the slot. There you go. Some ginger powder, or, you know, yeah, ginger powder, or a real ginger. When I mean powder, I mean grinded ginger, yeah. And just put it in some hot water. You can boil your ginger, like slice some little pieces of ginger, like very small. Get rid of the skin. Leave it in your boiling water for about 5-10 minutes, and then drink it as a tea. Or you could just get some ginger tea in sachets, in packets, and then basically, you know, drink that for about 20 minutes before you start your VR game. Believe me, you will not have motion sickness. If really you are super prone to motion sickness, like the moment you step on a boat or a plane or something, you feel like you need to basically take a anti-motion pill, right? Then maybe you can do that, but do make sure you go to a doctor first, and you know, before you take any chemicals in your body, just make sure you get certified by a professional that you can do that, because I do not recommend you to take anything that is chemical and put that in your body for the purpose of playing VR, guys. Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but that is one of the things that you can do. And then also, of course, what you can also do is just play small amounts. So play for like 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes. That's it. For maybe, you know, do that about for a week. So once a day for 10 minutes, or then take a break for 3-4 hours, do another 10 minutes, take another break for 3-4 hours, do another 10 minutes. Do that for a week, and then incrementally add more. So then the following week, maybe add 5 minutes. So in total, you're doing 15 minutes. Do that for another week, and then add another 5 minutes, until eventually you can play for an hour or 2 hours, and you have no issues whatsoever. That would be my recommendation to you. Saving. Okay, so this was a saving place. Gold. Special arrows and consumables can be brought. Okay, let me just check on the battery, because we did start the battery at full. 48%. Okay, guys, so this means that it's the end of In Death Unchained. And at the end of the live stream, guys, do stick around. I will give you my summary feeling about both games before I give you whether it's worth buying them or not buying them right now. So let's change. Let me just exit the game. All right, there we go. Exit. Let me just plug in the... let me just go into pass-through mode quickly. There we go. Let me get the cable from... Where's my cable? So I use the anchor cable, guys, to... the anchor cable is what I use. And that actually does power... Oh, man. It's probably... Okay, there we go. That actually does power my headset when I am in what do you call it? In oops. When I'm in when I'm streaming and stuff, when I'm playing. But if I use the Cable Creations extension, which is this one here, it doesn't do it. It doesn't work. It works on the Quest 1 very nicely, but it doesn't work on the Pico 4 at all. All right, guys, so let me just change very quickly. I just want to read your comments before we start the actual Red Matter game. There we go. Let me check my phone, see how long we're actually playing. Yeah, so I used about half in the space of 50 minutes. So it wasn't even 1 hour. Wasn't even 1 hour, guys. Just so you know. Okay, let me go to the live stream. There we go, and see your comments. Wow, wonderful. Everyone's talking. That's really, really awesome to see that, guys. Let me just read up your comments very quickly. Let me just change camera. There we go. Okay, there. Okay, so Lumpy. Hey, Lumpy. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Oh, okay, you said that earlier. Okay, got it. Moving is why I don't like this game. Okay, yeah, I think we spoke about that earlier as well. Ready Player Rick, no music. Okay, so yeah, so just to confirm there's no music. All right, so it wasn't just me basically. There really was no music whatsoever during the gameplay. And I feel that is, you know, just to give you a little summary. I'm not going to say whether it's worth getting it or not right now, because I don't think it's fair. At the end of the day, when I do these kind of live streams where I'm doing 2 games, it's really to let you know whether you should buy one game or buy the other. So I'm not going to tell you whether it's worth getting or not right now until we actually play the other game, Red Matter, and see the differences between the two. Obviously, they're a little bit 2 different genres. One is in space, the other one's medieval, but they're both kind of, you know, role-playing games at the same time, even though in one game you're going to be solving puzzles, whilst on the other you're shooting. It's more of a first-person shooter kind of game. But at the end of the day, you know, if you had some cash to splash, excuse me, which one would you go? So this is what we're trying to do. So I won't tell you today, right now. Sorry, I'll tell you at the end of the video, at the end of the live stream, after we play Red Matter, which one I would go for. But definitely, yeah, the lack of music definitely puts me off a bit. I need to feel excited, and the lack of sharpness in the graphics definitely. I can take it because I'm used to it, but honestly speaking, someone who's not used to VR would definitely have motion sickness in this game. Or I think more people will have motion sickness in that game purely because a lot of the facets inside of In Death Unchained are blurry, like the text, the floor, a lot of the textures. You know, they need a lot of work, I think, in order to use the Pico 4's XR2 chip, which I know it can do really well because when you play After the 4, absolutely amazing graphics in After the 4, I have to admit, for a standalone VR headset, that is. Okay, I had the Deca Move. Oh, Deca Move, that's the one. Thanks, Ready Player Rick. Deca Move, it made my games really glitchy, so I had to. Oh, okay, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe what happened is that they stopped updating it because it used to work fine, but maybe you have to update. You have to download updates or something. Did you have to download updates for the Deca Move? Or was it just, you know, plug and play and that was it? Did you have glitches from the start, or did it start later on and it's maybe an update issue? Let us know, Rick. That'll be awesome. Creative Experiment says, I think there are some games that if you don't use the in-game exit, it will not save your data. Yes, I think that's very possible. I think that's why I was saying earlier, if you exit via the actual Pico, maybe it won't save the game where you're at. So you may have to exit via the actual game itself and not the Pico user interface. A good quality VR game shouldn't give you motion sickness if tracking is good at 90 Hertz. Yeah, but 90 Hertz has really nothing to do with it. 90, I mean, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with it. 90 Hertz is more of a frame rate thing, which means that if a game is at 60 Hertz, for example, or 60 frames per second versus 90 frames per second, then the way it will move is that the 60 hertz will be more like this, whilst the 90 hertz will be smoother. So it's more of a frames per second. It's adding an amount of frames per second for smoother gameplay and less things going like this, although they're going very fast because 60 hertz per second is already quite fast. But you know, if we were to slow it down to the minimum, then it would be boom, 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 whilst, you know, 90 hertz would be boom, 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 something like that. So the textures and all this is not really a 90 hertz thing. You know, you can still have a 60 hertz or 72 hertz refresh rate game with some very decent graphics. Yeah, that's more the actual moving around, locomotion, and things, animation inside of the actual game itself. Hey, Pro Gamer Esports, how's it doing? Welcome to the channel. Very nice to have you there. Hi, Juan Cusa. Hello, nice to see you on the channel as well. Welcome to VR Essentials. Hola, are you from Spain? Are you from, where are you from? Hola normally is Spanish, right? But maybe you're from Southern America. Let us know where you're from. I'm from Singapore. Juan Cusa asks, I read to many people that it generates distortion flag effect with the optics in Pico 4 when moving the head. Okay. You mean when you're in pass-through, right? Yeah, when you're in pass-through, everything is distorted. Yes, yes. But when you're not in pass-through, it's not distorted. It's okay. Okay. No, don't worry, Ran. No issue about the translator. I think I understood your... oh, Uruguay. Wow, awesome. And you have very good football team in Uruguay, right? You guys, your football is crazy, right? You guys are very good at football, I think. So hello to Uruguay. And hello to the UK, and hello to everyone in the EU, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, everyone in the world. You know, let us know where you're from. Big shout out to all of you guys. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go inside of Red Matter itself. I most probably, so what happens is, let me just show you very quickly what happens. Basically, okay, you can see. So when you shut off the Pico, it will say, it will come back to this screencast thing. Now, sometimes when you, the Pico itself, let me just show you, let me just change camera. So the Pico itself is not shut down. It's just put to sleep. So when it's put to sleep and you unsleep it or you wake it up, what sometimes happens if you're casting, you will actually have to reboot the headset. It won't allow you to cast because it will think you're still casting. So it's a bit stupid. It would be great, Pico, if you're watching the channel, to have a disable cast button so that the headset knows that it's not casting anymore. And then you can do a recast without having to reboot the headset. Whenever you put the to the stream, there we go. Let me wake up the headset once more. Let me take off the plug. There we go. Wake it up. Where are the remote controllers? Here. All right, so now it's back to, it's not asleep anymore. Let me just reset the boundary quickly. Okay, there we go, better. And then battery, we have 46%. Oh, okay, so whilst it was asleep, even though it was plugged in, it was still eating battery. So guys, FYI, if you put your Pico to sleep and you are charging it, it will still eat your battery. It will not charge it, because we were at 48% and now it's at 46%. I was hoping to be at 52 or 55%. So you do need to make sure that you actually power off your Pico if you are going to charge it. Just FYI, guys. Okay, screen, oops, I don't want to screen record. Screencast, there we go. Let me type on the computer screen. Okay, we're back in. So this time it seems that perhaps, maybe sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? Okay. All right, so I'm just putting the chair away, and I'm just going to put the headset on. So give me a minute. Alright guys, so we're back. So now I can see all your lovely comments and everything directly in VR as well, of course. Let me just get rid of this, get rid of that. Boom, there we go. Let me press play. See where we're at. Okay, it's just buffering. Okay, let me just go. There we go. Okay, awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play some what do you call it? Some red matter. Now, guys, just to let you know, you can support the channel for those who hardcore fans who really want to help the channel to grow further. I do have some news before we start red matter. First of all, I spoke to Asus. They are going to loan me 3 different routers, so I will be able to do some comparison for the routers using Wi-Fi mesh, and also another router that's coming out next year, so it's not even out yet. They're going to lend me 3 routers for about a month. I am asking them, however, as you know guys, I am trying to upgrade the channel in purchasing stuff, but it does cost a lot of money. So I do try my best to, get hold of potential sponsors to help us, to provide us with gear so I don't have to actually buy it. But sometimes, no choice, I have to buy it. So for example, it would be great if I could upgrade the GPU to a 3000 series card at least, not 4000 maybe. You can join the channel now by pressing this button. Click on join here, and basically you'll be able to become a member, paying different tiers, and each tier will provide you different things. So some of the tiers will enable us to play together or get assistance directly if you have a problem with your Pico. I'll be able to help you. We can hook up on Zoom and I'll help you directly, or I'll test out your problem to try and replicate it, and basically act as your support guy if you can't get hold of Pico, for example, or if they're too slow, or if HP are too slow, then you can call me up and I'll try and help you out. And also, of course, you get badges, emoticons, a whole bunch of different exclusive stuff that will set you apart from other people. And you can also use, of course, the super chat and the super thanks features of YouTube as well. If you want to support the channel, every penny will really help, because 1 penny at a time will become dollars, and $1 at a time will become tens of dollars, and then I can basically purchase gear to help to keep the channel, sustainable and up to the modern standards. All right, guys, so let's go into the library. Let's go to Red Matter. Again, this is not sponsored. I've never tried Red Matter before. This is going to be my first time. So Red Matter by Vertical Robot. There will be Red Matter number 2 coming out very soon on the actual Pico. I've never played Red Matter ever on any VR headset, so I'm very, very, very excited about this. Alright, so I just plugged in my headphones with my 3.5mm jack to USB-C adapter. So something's happening. It's just, I guess, loading or something. It says one-time optimization. Okay, now we have a black screen. All right, and now we're in VR. So I'm inside of... Now, this game was made quite a long time ago, guys, just so you know, quite a few years ago. Let me just go to my IPD. We have 40% of battery, guys. I will play until I don't get any... Okay, I'm just trying to check if it's my IPD or whether the text is just blurry. Okay, so just so you know, out of the bat, again, not sponsored. I'm using this for the very first time. I think Red Matter Vertical Robot could definitely push the graphics and use the Pico XR2 chip a bit more. Same thing that I had earlier with In Depth. The text here, yes, I can see it, but it's not clear. It's blurry. This text is blurry. This text up there is better. But the graphics that are baked in are to me, on the Pico 4, are not sharp. It's sharper over there, but anything that is super close to me, like here, is just a little bit blurry to me, guys. Let me know, have you played Red Matter? Leave a comment below. Let me know what your experience is. Even if you use the Quest, let me know what your experience is. I'd love to know whether you feel that the graphics when you start off the game, are they super sharp to you, or are they a little bit blurry? Because to me, they look a bit blurry. And also comparing this to In Death Unchained, and also Unchained, sorry, and also after the fall, for example, there are some jagged edges up here. After the fall has no jagged edges. Everything is super clear, super sharp, and In Death Unchained, even though the textures are blurry, it doesn't have any jagged edges anywhere. I have to say I was pretty impressed by that. All right, everything here is super clear, so all good. Just a lot of jagged edges. Can you guys see them? Can you see the jagged edges? Can you see how the edges are, oops. Can you see how the edges are not clean? Love the effect though, the specularity effect with the beam going on there, and I can see the reflection of the beam. That is very cool, very nice. I can also see all the different textures, like the little scratches and everything. I mean, that is very, very nice. Love those little details in the actual textures. All right, so standing, new game. So let's go to options. Okay, we have control options. Select, flashlight, scanner. Oh my god, so many different things. Suit thrusters, okay. All right, we're just gonna have to experiment together, guys, because at the end of the day, I've never played this before. Long range, jump, dash, turn. Smooth locomotion on, yes. For me, I prefer on. Seated, off. Attract objects, on, okay. Turn blinders, okay. Credits. Wow, so many people in the team to make this game. That is absolutely amazing, guys. I mean, look at this. So many people. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, the textures here are also blurry. So it seems that, you know, games that have been developed a long time ago, or well, what I mean a long time ago, I mean like a year or so ago. It seems that they're not, when they're porting the game to Pico, I'm not sure whether they're actually making use of the full capability of the XR2 chip. It's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to compare with Red Matter 2, which is a much newer game, of course. All right, we're inside of a cylinder. So again, the graphics of the actual projector are blurry to me. Okay. So I have to wait. There's no buttons I can press to make it go faster. Okay. So I think the timing in between slides could be faster. It's a bit slow for me. Okay. Come on, get on with it. Faster! So funny. Awesome. It's like wearing the Among Us suit, isn't it? We're going to Rhea on Saturn's moon. How exciting. Come on, let's go. I want to go. Let's go. Stop making me wait. All right, cool. I have to say that, of course, wearing the headphones, the sound coming through my 3.5mm jack with the USB-C adapter is much better. It makes me feel much more immersed inside of the environment. All right, sounds great. Let's go. So I guess this is my capsule. I really do hope that standalone VR games provide you the option to change the graphics, because they don't do that at the moment. You can only do that on PC VR at the moment. So it'd be good to be able to have like, you know, the option to optimize. Come on. Although, yeah, it would be good. Wow. We're in space. Woohoo. So I'm in my capsule. All the different buttons and stuff. So you can. Yes, I redo. Do I have to press a button somewhere? No. Oh no, problem with the capsule. Love the animation happening here. So it'd be great if my controllers were shaking, because there's no haptic feedback at the moment. I'm experiencing a crash. But none of my haptics are actually vibrating. So it doesn't really make me. There's a disconnect between the actual capsule environment that I'm in and what's going on. If my controllers were vibrating, I would feel much more like I'm inside of the capsule. So if Vertical Robot is watching, maybe you want to add this into the game. Alright, so we crashed. It felt very stale though as an experience because, as I said, there's no haptic. Alright, here we go. We're on the moon. Yes, I copy. Yes! I can hear you! Cool. Okay. So, first time experience. I should have switched off the blinders. Can I do that? Okay, I can go to options. Go to this one, I think. Turn blinders off. There we go. Back. Back. Resume. There we go. Okay, so it's rebooting. Love the colors. Colors are very nice. I love the blues and the reds. That's very nice. But there's a lot of, you know, jagged edges, and also, for example, the lava isn't clear, and the rocks over there aren't clear either. And when I'm moving my hand, it doesn't feel sharp. It feels like there's some kind of graphic delay or something. So basically, it looks as if there's some jagged graphics happening when I'm moving my hand, because it's not. It seems that there's a tiny, teeny. Okay, got it. So yeah, so as I was trying to explain, there seems to be some slight delay between the movement of my hand and the actual graphics rendering when it's turning. So it basically creates like a little jagged. Can you guys see it on the video? Let me just check the PC that there's nothing on the screen there. Okay. So I don't know whether you can see it, but let me just move slowly and you'll see what I mean. So this is what we were talking about, frames per second earlier. Now the actual Pico 4 now is at 90 hertz frames per second, not 72, just FYI. So if it was a high frame rate, like maybe 120, it would be smoother. It's probably like this because the headset just can't maybe process so much of the entire game, or maybe the game is done in a way where it's processed. Maybe. Okay, got it. So maybe it's trying to process a lot of the game at the same time at the beginning. So when I'm moving my things, it's just not smooth. I can definitely tell there's some jagged stuff going on here. But it could also be, of course, due to the screencasting. So I will do another test and then write down in the description of the live stream whether after I finish the screencasting, and I don't do any screencasting. So yeah, so what I'll do is after the live stream, I will just do a test without screencasting and put it in the description whether I'm having the same issue or not. But there's definitely, can you guys see it? In fact, I could just do it very quickly now. Let me just go to screencast. There we go. And let me just, I'm just gonna click on end just to test and see very quickly. Okay, so now I'm not screencasting anymore. Let me go back in the game. No, I'm still having the exact same issue, guys. Having the exact same issue when I'm moving the remote, the controller, as I was having as I was screencasting. So let me screencast again. Cast a browser, there we go. Let me go back to the PC. There we go, we're back in. Alright. And let me go back in the game, there we go. So yeah, so what you see right now is what I see when I'm not screencasting as well.
Alright, I need you to reload the Volgravian basic language data drive so we can translate that sign. You'll probably have to look around for it.
You can't,
it should be close.
It doesn't show on the screencast though. It looks very smooth on the screencast, but I'm telling you that in the headset, the controllers, when I move them up and down, for example, or left and right, they're basically very jumpy. So the frame rates are not smooth, just so you know. Alright, what do I have to do? Locate the data drive and scan it. Where's the data drive? How do I move? Can I move around? New location will be unlocked after the tutorial, okay. Data
Alright.
Yeah, so again, so to me the graphics, I mean over there it's just very blurry. All the rocks, they're not clear.
Alright, the data drive's been uploaded. Now try to scan that sign again for me.
Okay, scan it again.
Got it and got you. Looks like you're pretty close to the facility we're looking for.
Okay. I have to go here again.
Listen, you can cycle through the suit's tools linked to your left hand and select the icon for whatever tool you want by moving the stick.
I'm moving the stick. Oh, okay.
To move around out here, you're going to need to use the thrusters on the suit. Let's see if they're working.
Okay, thrusters.
Use the navigation system to search for a landing position by moving the stick forward. Once you've found somewhere to land, release it. Excellent. All systems operating at full power. Now, we need you to find that facility, enter the underground complex, and locate those documents for us. We must have that information sent back to us, Agent. While in the air, you can use the right stick on the suit's thrusters to accelerate or decelerate. Find the speed that you're most comfortable with.
Okay, how do you accelerate? I'm not quite sure how you... Okay, up and down. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's how you accelerate. I do like the floating effect. This is a very nice Very nice effect, the fact that you can float around like that. Very, very cool. Very nice feeling, I have to admit. I like the music. The music itself is very cool. Let me just bring it down a bit, because I know you guys said earlier that it was hard to hear me. Yeah, no, the music is very nice. Very, you know...
Our records indicate this site was abandoned in a hurry. Be careful, Agent.
Okay, it was abandoned in a hurry. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to go over there. So again, moving is a little bit, you know, restrictive because I have to use the thrusters.
Remember that your scanner can be used not only to translate text, but to analyze objects as well.
I definitely think that they can push the graphics though, because all the graphics that they've done are for the Quest 2 or the Quest 1. It's not for the Pico. The Pico can really be pushed much more than this. I know because there's so many other more modern games that use the Pico Force chip and they push the graphics to the limit and they have no jagged edges. So the fact that there are jagged edges in this game, to me, signifies that they didn't maybe use the chip to its full potential.
Good job, Agent Epsilon. We're inside. Remember that you can check your mission status at any time by tapping the left stick toward the screen icon twice.
Let's take this one. Oh, okay, right. Into the base, right, we've done that. Now what? We need to change the battery. So this is a puzzle game, guys. Let me know if you've played this game, what your thoughts were, whether it's something that you would actually recommend to other people. Enter through the airlock. Okay, we've done that. Okay, there seems to be a thing there.
Now we're going to have to find a way into the underground complex. The information we're looking for should be there.
Everything's floating, which is pretty cool. Is this my scanner? I have to press a button. What's the thing at the top?
To increase the intensity of light from your flashlight, squeeze the trigger. Slowly releasing it lowers it.
Yeah, this is my... Oh, okay, right. Alright, so we're inside of the place. I guess we have to... This is a puzzle game, so there are different things that we're going to have to do.
Someone sabotaged the opening mechanism. It seems that we're trying to keep anyone from leaving or entering this place.
Okay, so we've got 20% of battery, which tells me that in about 15 minutes, or less than 15 minutes, okay, and we have to go there. And then after the live stream, guys, I will give you my summary impressions in terms of which game I would buy if I had, you know, 15, 20, 30, whatever dollars it was. Would I go for this one or would I go for the In Death Unchained? Like if I was forced, like someone forced me, say you must buy 2 games or else you're sent to hell or whatever. You're absolutely forced to buy one or the other. Which one would I buy? Would I go for? Would it be Red Matter #1 or would it be In Death Unchained? I like the sound effects. It seems like there is some kind of ghost or something inside of here. It does feel very atmospheric. I do like that, I have to admit. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. Just to let you know. I'm just like experimenting and trying to see what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. I'm assuming that I've got to go into the thread box and change something. So first I'm just going to go and check it out and see what's in there. And see what I actually need to change, and then I'll go and get it. I'm thinking of some kind of, oh, maybe I have to go there. Let's get the box first. Now when the screencast, of course, it is going to take more battery out of your Pico, just so you know. Okay, it does open. This one's on. Okay. So maybe I need to take the one from over there actually. And then put it. Come on. I have to say that the locomotion is the only thing that to me bothers me. I think we've come such a long way in VR, right, in the last year, that, you know, we're so used to being able to walk fast that now when you're not able to walk at the speed that you want, basically, I think I'm supposed to take this maybe. It gets very frustrating. I'm just trying to put 2 plus 2 together and come up with some kind of 5, because I see this thing broken on the floor. And I'm thinking, well, logically it means that we have to change something. I can see it's red. So let's see. There you go, put it there. Does it mean I can now open it? Okay, I'm quite high. I'm just testing things out, seeing what works, what doesn't work. Doesn't seem to be the solution. Okay, and then we also have a drive here that I can't scan. I'm not quite sure what this is for, but I can pick it up. Where does it go? Alright, let's go up again and see what's up there. And what games have you guys purchased lately? What have you guys been playing on your Pico 4? What are some of your favorite titles? I know that a lot of people like all-in-one sports, especially in Malaysia. They like the badminton, and in Singapore they love, and China they love the ping pong. 11 table tennis VR is very popular in Asia. Alright, let's go up. I'm sure there are instructions somewhere that I have to read and they'll tell me what to do. But I'm just trying to take the route of doing things in a random way, just to explore the space at the same time and not giving spoilers out either. Okay, so what's this one for? This one's for that. Alright, let's see what I need to do. What's over here? Okay, we have more stuff. So now I'm operating this thing again. So maybe I have to hook something up to it, possible. And then have a little wander. See if I can get any clues as to what I need to do. There seems to be some paper all over the place, so maybe on one of these things it will actually tell me what to do. But there seems to be a cartridge to put somewhere though. And I see some tubes. So what are the tubes? Maybe there's a button somewhere to press. there's a key I need to get somewhere. Let me get my spotlight. Oh, there's two of them I need to put in. Okay, that's what it was. Alright, so let's go and get the other one. The locomotion is just very slow. That's that's the thing, is I gotta wait to go all the way here, and I know it's gotta like go faster kind of thing. Oh no, I gotta go all the way up there to get it. Alright, I got it now. Oh dear. Alright. I do like the little music in the background, very nice, very atmospheric. And then, you know, the graphics are definitely not as bad as In Death Unchained for sure. There's a lot more going on here. I definitely think that they could make use of the XR2 chip much more and bump up the graphics to just make it sharper and it's more atmospheric. It still feels like Quest 1 kind of graphics, kind of graphic settings. I think this game came out when the Quest 1 came, right? If I'm not wrong, guys, do let me know in the comments below. I think Red Matter came out during Quest 1, right? So about 2 years ago, if I'm not wrong. Or 2 years plus, maybe. Alright, got 10% left. Let me just check that the screencast you can see on the computer. Yes, you can still see. Okay, all good. And the music in the background is very light. I can barely hear it, to be honest with you. But it's just enough to, you know, create some atmosphere inside of the actual inside of the actual game, right? Let me just go to the other controllers over there. Okay, let me go here. I mean, sometimes the graphics are absolutely amazing. Like, there's no jagged edges, there's no blurriness. Like here, it is absolutely sublime. Like really, really crisp and sharp, almost PC VR quality. This area here is just absolutely mind-boggling. Like really, really good for standalone experience. You know, when I look at the crane from here, it's just like complete rubbish, really. It's so jagged and unpleasant to look at. It's very contrasty compared to here, which looks really nice and sharp and just amazing. Just the locomotion was faster. But which game would I get if I had to get one or the other? Stay put, guys. I will definitely let you know my thoughts at the end of this stream. Let me go in here. There we go. Alright, let's go and get near the bulb. It's nice to see the fog on the windows. That's pretty cool. More depth in the game. Screencasting seems to be working pretty well as well, so that's all good. No issues today. We had some issues last weekend with Arizona Sunshine using virtual desktop. Okay, there we go, we got it. Come on, go, 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 go. I wish I could just boom, teleport. It would just be so much better. I mean, I get it. It means that there would be less the game would be finished much faster if we could, you know, walk around freely, obviously. Hey guys, big news, December 7th, Hubris is coming out with the final installment of their game on December 7th. So anyone who's a Hubris fan, Hubris, Hubris, Hubris. I'm so looking forward to that, guys. Absolutely looking forward to it. Hubris is probably the second most graphically amazing game that I have tried in VR. Okay, it doesn't open yet. Still not opening. Let me go over there. Just take this thing first. I thought something opened, so something happened. Let's take this thing first. Yeah, Hubris is an absolute golden nugget of a game. Oh, I can press the trigger and keep walking. Let's take this. I'm not quite sure what happened. Something happened, but maybe I'm supposed to pull the things to make it open. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just gonna go in there first. I think there might be something inside here. Can I open these? Okay, broken stuff. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Did something open up there? Let me take the thing out again and put it back in again and see what happens. Come on. Go faster. Okay, there we go. Ah, okay, those things move. Ah, the lever. Got it. Okay, that's what happened. Very heavy. I'm supposed to put that here? No, maybe not. Am I supposed to do something here? I definitely think this is supposed to go somewhere. Oh, button. Stuck inside. The graphics in here are so you know. In fact, I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, to be honest with you. Just a lot of jagged edges everywhere. It's very, for me, it's very unsettling because I use PCVR so often. Okay, so maybe. Oh, Pico's gone to sleep. Okay, so that's it for the Pico. Let me power off. Alright, so the Pico's gone to sleep, guys, just so you know. It's the time to reveal which one would I be buying if I had to make a purchase. Give me a minute, let me just bring my chair. Let's summarize the experience. Okay, I'm just hide the light at the back so it's not too bright for you guys. Okay, and let me just go to comments. Okay, guys, so let me just read the comments first. Okay, let's change the screen so you can see all comments. Okay, so I'm just reading creative experiments. Can you move around in the play space at all, or are you stuck in one spot unless you shoot the ground? Okay, no, I was actually stuck in one spot for both games, to be honest. Okay, Ready Player Rick. Okay, that's good. They should let you do that in training mode. Okay, yeah, yes, definitely. Oh, he's talking about In Death Unchained. Okay, yeah, so for In Death Unchained, you can move around in smooth mode after the tutorial, but during the tutorial, the only way to move basically is to use the arrow, basically. Okay, I think there are some games that if you don't use... Okay, yeah, we spoke about that already. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so guys, basically, let me just swap over again. Yeah, so basically, to be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed today, to be honest. I really had huge expectations for In Death Unchained, because it's such an amazing... The original In Death has so many good reviews on PCVR, but obviously PCVR is better, right? Because you have the graphics card and stuff. They obviously were some good stuff in there. You know, the atmospherics and all that was quite good. You know, there's good potential for it. And I was also a little bit disappointed about Red Matter, to be honest with you. So I hate to say this, but I wouldn't buy any of them. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I wouldn't buy any of them because both have a lot of issues with the graphics. It's that simple. And Red Matter, I was literally starting to get motion sickness now. So In Death Unchained, I could not play it for more than maybe... I mean, we did 50 minutes. Honestly, I wanted to take off my headset. I was only playing it because, you know, I'm doing the stream and I'm trying to get there. But honestly, I wasn't feeling very comfortable already. So In Death Unchained, I could probably play it for, let's say, 20-25 minutes. And then I would have to stop. And then I would have to go into another game, okay? In fact, what I'm going to do now is... Oh. Let me plug it in. Let me plug in the Pico. Let me charge it for 10 minutes. And then whilst I'm giving you my feedback, you know, we'll do some after the fall or something in about 10 minutes time, just to show you the differences in graphics, you know, between the two, basically. So let me just go to camera. Where's my camera? Sorry guys, I just lost something. Okay, let me just press this up. Okay, there we go. Let me just bring this down. Okay, there we go. Let me see if it works. Does it work? Camera, let me just go to the thing. Reconnect device. Refresh device. No, not coming on. Okay, maybe I have to. Sorry, I just have a camera issue just now. Let me just plug it in again. There we go. And then let me get to camera 2. Refresh device. No, it doesn't work. Okay, never mind. So yeah, so basically, if I really had to choose one or the other, then I would go with Red Matter, simply because Red Matter does have better graphics than In Death Unchained, so I would have less of a headache. Because In Death Unchained, the graphics, the flow is very blurry, and also the text is also quite blurry. And that to me is very problematic. These are things that are quite basic that they could definitely work on in order to bump things up. And I find that the floor is a little bit flat. It lacks a bit of a 3D bump map onto it, or the normal. There's also another map called the normal maps, which adds more 3D effect without having to model stuff. And I definitely think they could bump those up a little bit. And I definitely think that they could also bump the super sampling a little bit as well, without compromising gameplay. And I definitely think also for the fonts, they need to find another font plugin to use, because the plugin they used basically renders the fonts to be very blurry, and is very disturbing when you have a panel in front of you that's all blurry. It just really messes up with your brain and really can make you feel sick, as it made me feel quite uncomfortable. And bear in mind, I'm very used to VR. And then for Red Matter, I find that at the very beginning of the game, same issue. it is pretty much a game that's been developed for the Quest 1, to be honest. So again, it doesn't feel like they made use of the XR2 chip that much. I think they could definitely bump the super sampling as well. There's a lot of jagged edges everywhere. It's less blurry than In Death Unchained. That's the difference. In Death Unchained doesn't have that many jagged edges, but it's very blurry. Red Matter is got a lot of jagged edges everywhere, but it's not as blurry. That's basically the difference. But both give you a headache. That's the point. So if you're used to VR, if you're not used to VR, it's possible it could be okay for you, but I think after a while, you're definitely going to get a headache. And if you're used to PC VR, it's just not going to cut it whatsoever. So I think Red Matter has definitely a little bit of a edge there. I think that locomotion-wise, both games need to have it so that you can just move a bit faster. Although in Red Matter, I understand it's a very short game, so they need to make it slower for you. And I also think that in terms of audio, In Death Unchained needs to add more music in the background. Otherwise, it feels very empty, very dead. But you know, when I was low on energy and I could hear my heartbeat and I could feel the controller vibrating, I really felt that kind of anxiety, which I think is great. However, in Red Matter, when the machine, the spaceship was landing at the beginning, and it was like it was crashing. There was no haptic feedback, so there was a disconnect between being in this environment where everything is crashing, but I just felt very still. I'm like, you know, if things are crashing, I should be feeling like I'm crashing. I'm getting crushed with it as well. So that's basically my take on it. I wouldn't buy either of them, to be honest with you. I would still go for After the Fall. Just my opinion. Let me switch on the Pico now and see how much battery we have, and then if we have enough battery, maybe I could just do some After the Fall for 5 minutes and just show you the difference. So I'm just switching on the Pico, if you allow me to. Doesn't seem like it's powering on. Oh, it's not charging. Oh, I didn't put it in properly. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's maybe why it wasn't charging earlier too then. Possible. Yeah, okay. All right. I think I'm not going to be able to do any After the Fall because it's going to take 10 minutes. So yeah, so guys, I think for today, I think that's it for today, to be honest. So there you go. There you have it. We did In Death Unchained and also Red Matter today. So thank you very much for joining the channel. Really appreciate it. Really nice to spend some time with you guys. I will see you in another video very soon. Probably tomorrow. I'll be releasing a very special video tomorrow. And yeah, take it easy. Thanks again. I'll see you live. Let's spend some more time together next Saturday.